What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Good Vibes with Garrett. This is another week with some more hobby and stuff, and another week with it's kind of a story, yeah. More like just something I miss. Last week I told about how I moved to Papua New Guinea back in the day, back in 2000 and I can remember the year 2010. It just got me thinking of some of the things I loved over there, and one of the things was the ocean there, which is ironic because now that I'm here in America, I do not like the ocean. I do not like beaches. I live in San Diego and I hate going to the beach. But over there when I was, a kid in high school, it was different. I enjoyed it then. Maybe that's why I don't like it now. Maybe I just got my fill and I'm like, all right, I'm done. I'm done with beaches. So while I'm doing some hobby and stuff here, I'm just going to talk about the ocean and Papua New Guinea and see where it goes. All right, so as you guys can see here, I have some miniatures that I need to clean up. So doing some cleanup today, similar to the first episode of Good Vibes with Garrett, where I was cutting them off the sprue and cleaning them up, getting ready to glue them together. Well, you know what? I'm getting to the point where I need some more minis to paint. So here we go. And I'm really excited about these because these are actually from a company called Black Anvil Miniatures. They have a Patreon that you can sign up for, and every month they send you minis. This first month they sent a bunch of bonus ones. I think normally you only get 3 a month, maybe 4. I don't remember exactly, but they gave a bunch of bonus ones. I have 9 here, which is crazy. Really excited actually. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing, is just cleaning these up with a X-Acto knife and some sprue cutters. And without further ado, I don't know. I just didn't really have enough story necessarily for today. I just was like, you know what? I want to just talk about a generic topic or whatever. So, so I guess the first thing I wanted to talk about was the beaches and the oceans in Papua New Guinea. It's very close to Australia, as I mentioned before. It's just north of Australia, and so very similar climate and very similar ocean, really. I don't think the Great Barrier Reef necessarily like reaches up around the edge of Papua New Guinea there, but they have some pretty incredible reefs nonetheless. There's there's this beach we used to go out to. I think it's called Wam Beach. There's a couple beaches we went to, but Wam had the best snorkeling, so that was my favorite thing. If we were going to go out to the ocean, it wasn't to hang out on the beach. I didn't necessarily enjoy the again, the sand and everything like that, but I did enjoy snorkeling and diving and stuff like that. Actually, like getting in there and seeing the wildlife in there, and it's a lot more exciting than just sitting on the beach and doing nothing, right? There was Wam Beach had incredible coral reef there, and again, I don't know if it's connected. Like, I don't know how all that works. I've never looked up a map to see, like, where the Great Barrier Reef actually starts and stops. It might not be anywhere near there, the just beautiful coral reef there. My favorite thing was, again, to see the sea life you could find. There would be some like really cool reef sharks that would pop up once in a while. you can get like right up next to them. You didn't mess with them, obviously. At least I never did. But it's always fun to see some reef sharks, lionfish. There's always a lot of lionfish, which those are actually venomous, I think. Poisonous. Is it poisonous or venomous? I think poisonous, because they don't bite. Venomous means they inject the poison. They're poisonous. They have like stingers on their face or whatever. So you didn't really want to mess with those, but they looked beautiful. Like, that was the thing. Like, they may kill you. It was such a gorgeous fish. I think the craziest sea creature that I ever experienced was a sea cucumber. They are the strangest creatures. It's literally just like a blob of jelly. They're so gross. They feel weird and horrible. Sorry, I keep going off camera, but it's because I'm trying to look and see if I'm getting this mold line here. They're gross to touch. They're gross to look at. Oh man, and there was always so many of them. I think there was one trip we did where I think it was my brother or someone to start collecting them. And by the end, they had so many up on the beach. They had pulled a bunch of them out of the ocean, and they're just so nasty and horrible looking. They'd gross me out. Lots of jellyfish. Holy cow. Jellyfish galore out there. I was actually stung by jellyfish. I guess that's a story I can tell in the last 3 minutes of this video. We did a high school senior camping trip as just the guys, and we didn't just go out in the middle of the woods or whatever, the jungle. We lived in the rainforest or whatever. No, we're like, you know what? We are going to go out to a deserted island and camp on a deserted island. That sounds fun, right? That sounds good and fun. And our thing too was let's see how long we can survive out here. Trying to catch our own food. We took stuff too. We did take food out there with us, like ramen noodles. Over there it's Maggie noodles. And then that's just the name brand. It's still just ramen, like Top Ramen basically, but worse. And some corned beef stuff in the can. We just had some crackers. What were the crackers? I don't know, Shapes, is that what they are called? It's a lot of Australian brands. We got a lot of, there's some stuff made in PNG. There's also a lot of Australian brands. Anyways, one morning we woke up and the entire beach was just covered in jellyfish. Here we had thought we're just gonna be chilling out here and get to hang out on the beach and the ocean and enjoy the water and hang out in our hammocks, and it was nope, gonna go anywhere near the beach because basically it was just covered. The water was full of jellyfish, and then when the tide would come up, jellyfish would get stuck in the sand, and then you'd have to be careful not to step on them. Oh, it was horrible. But I got one on my foot. Not that bad, just a little burn on my foot from a jellyfish. But my buddy he got it all up his leg so bad, it left a crazy scar. He might even still have the scar to this day, who knows. It was pretty wild. But this is horrible. Things you don't say. Notice I'm not saying the names of any of the people. But obviously, what do you do with a jellyfish sting? Think to yourself right now. What have you heard that you're supposed to do with a jellyfish sting? Right? Well, of course, we're a bunch of senior guys out on a deserted island with no one else around, and 2 people have been stung by jellyfish. So it's hey, what are we gonna do? Well, yeah, of course, you pee on it. That's what you do, right? So suddenly everyone was volunteering, and we're like, no, like no one is going to pee on me. That's not how this is gonna work. Yeah, it didn't help. I'll just say that it does not help at all. It doesn't change anything. It is still very painful, and just kind of have to just, you know, well, that just flung across the room. Just suck it up and hope you you get through the pain or whatever. Oh man. Yeah, that was a fun trip. It was an interesting trip. We didn't last as long as we thought we would. I can't remember the exact number, I'm going to be honest. But I feel like we were like, oh, we could make it. Like, we even told the people who dropped us off, like, oh yeah, check back in like X amount of days or whatever. And I think it was only, did we only spend like one night there? We maybe did two. Again, I don't remember. I should catch up with some of those guys and see, but I want to say, like, once, you know, a friend got stung really bad, like, we pretty much like noped out of there pretty quick. We're like, hey, all right, come pick us up. We can't do anything. We're hurting. We're in pain. So I feel like that's how it went down, if I remember right. But either way, the experience was fun. It was interesting. Yeah, definitely not the type of thing a lot of people get to do, you know, go camping in a hammock on the beach in a deserted island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. So that was a lot of fun. And again, yeah, the wildlife is just so incredible out there. Jellyfish and lionfish and sharks and sea stars. Oh man, the starfish, gorgeous. The blue ones, crazy. So yeah, well, that's all I got for this week. Thank you all so much for watching. Remember to check in. You can follow me on social media at Morlang. Check out the podcast, Super Gamer Boys, I host over there. And yeah, thank you all for stopping by while I cleaned up this turkey folk. I don't know if I didn't even say what this was. I don't know if you noticed. This is called a turkey folk. So it's a little D&D mini. This is not Warhammer, by the way. These miniatures, not Warhammer. These are from, like I said, from Black Anvil Miniatures, and they kind of make them more for display or for D&D and stuff. So it's fun. Looks like it must be a paladin or something. That's what I'm guessing. So the hammer, spells. I don't know. This holy book, maybe. Very awesome sculpt. I like that. I didn't even get to touch the rest of them, so maybe that'll be the rest of these videos. This is just me cleaning up some of these other ones. This one's really cool. It's like a pumpkin dude for Halloween. It's really cool. It's like an owl. Like, he has like feathers, like a pumpkin owl. Don't know what's going on there. It's pretty sick. There's a mimic chest. You have to put it together, but it's like a treasure chest that looks like a monster. But all right, well, that'll about do it. Thank you all so much, and I'll catch you next time.